Should we head into Ayuso alleyway again? As I said in the
Always.
intro,
Why not?
our favorite, dampest, darkest, scariest alleyway. Uh,
Sometimes.
we no, not the least bit scary actually. But as we are finding out, and again, we have to give Dane Cash kudos for this because he was on this train far earlier than we were. We didn't realize how good Ayuso is for the pod until relatively recently, but he continues to deliver. So we've got a bunch of quotes from the weekend. So we talked before about the Matthias Skjelmose quotes, right? Over at Lidl-Trek, they apparently forgot to tell Skjelmose that Ayuso was inbound, and
Their
obviously that
GC
creates
leader, Skjelmose.
a bit of a leadership headache for that team. Skjelmose basically said, "Well, I'm not exactly excited about it." If I had to paraphrase, Ayuso comes back over the weekend, and Kit, what did he say?
Yeah, so he was actually speaking to Feltet, the Danish paper, Danish broadcaster. So they obviously thought, this is going to be fun. Let's go have a word with Ayuso. So he said, I can
wouldn't we?
understand. Well, exactly. I can understand some parts of his reaction. You can't become one of the best with only a single GC contender. Look at UAE, Visma, Red Bull. They all have several GC riders. If you want to be a super team, that's the way forward. It's just the natural evolution of a team that invests and believes in its project. He did also say,
That
I can
sounds like it
understand
came from
his
Trek.
reaction if he's been told he's a team leader. So,
Do you need?
Sorry, I interrupted the end of your quote there. What was the end bit there?
well, yeah, it was. I think it was actually it preceded that little spiel that does already sound like somebody has fed it to him, as you say, Johnny. But I can understand his reaction if he's been told he's a team leader. If he's been told he's a team leader.
To translate the first part, when he's talking in quote marks about the other super teams having several GC riders, we can't just forget immediately that the reason he left UAE was because of these multiple leaders. So now it's just the situation is that there are multiple ones, but he is the top one.
Yeah.
But look, everyone has to play the game. You can't say this is you say the things between the lines, right? Or you leave the things between the lines that you can't say. But yeah, I mean, the second bit, Kit, about if he's been told as a team leader, it's like
brilliant. Yeah,
it's I love one oh. So who would have guessed when we were disparaging Dane less than?
But I think Ayuso also
months
knows what he's giving us now. I mean, maybe he always has, but he knows. And like, it was one of he was just as he did last weekend at the World Championships. He was the first to follow Pogacar when Pogacar attacked at the European Championships. Evenepoel then tried to follow Pogacar, couldn't, and then the two of them formed a group with Paul Seixas and Christian Scaroni. And Ayuso subsequently, so after I think Ayuso finished sixth in the end, sixth or seventh, after Tom Squinch, who is the 70 kilos and above European champion. Congratulations, Toms.
And is always fifth, which I love.
Yeah,
such a good spot.
But he's so Ayuso apparently he said, I tried to help Remco fight for the win. And Ayuso and Evenepoel were the only ones doing any pulling. And when Ayuso was leading on the descent in particular, that was the only time they actually took significant time back. So I believe him, and I just love that. I mean, he I think at the time of recording, I think he is still on the Lombardia start list, but he was saying to everyone yesterday that it's his last race on a Colnago. So
yeah, he also finished 40 seconds ahead of Skjelmose, so. An early 1-0.
Well, it's again, it's but again, it's Lidl-Trek are looking good in the international stage.
Yeah, that's true.
Whenever
But Squeen should be the GC leader, clearly. Yeah.
Whenever they don't have Lidl-Trek kids.
Skjelmose is gonna. Oh, sorry, go on.
I don't want to gloss over that. I tried to help Remco fight for the win quote, right? Because this is against his own trade teammate. Yeah. Now, granted, they are racing for their nations at the Euros, right? They're not racing in trade team colors, but generally, you don't chase down your trade teammates like that. Obviously, right? You don't put your lot in with somebody because it's not like he's Belgian and he's helping Remco for that reason, right? It's two totally different countries working together, And to say it out loud, I think in particular, is so lovely and so juicy. And I think that
Thank you,
it just
Juan.
it just reinforces we're gonna have. We were worried. I think Johnny, you were the one that said you were worried that he would like clam up after this. Was it you?
Yes.
That he would he'd fall in line because now he got what he wanted and he'd be fine and we wouldn't get any more Ayuso juicy goodness. And I think the last weekend proved that that's not going to be the case. I think there's going to be plenty to go around.
Yeah,
with
and
the
I think
Ayuso
Lidl-Trek
quotes.
are going to do their very best to let everyone get to know him. They'll go and visit him at home, and they'll do videos, and they'll try and bring out the Maverick character that he evidently might be. But then maybe it'll unravel when they actually start racing. But we'll have got to know
fluff
this.
up his image.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
They're going to try and do. They're going to try and Lidlify his image because they're a very nice team with those very nice riders who obviously never argue or do anything like that. But one Ayuso is about to stress test that to its limits. And I, for one, can't wait.
I agree. I fully agree.